What is going on, everybody? How you doing? Just want to talk a little bit about the next plan I have going forward. First, let's touch on nutrition. Crystal, will you throw me that? Look at that. So I have a 2-pound block of 75-25 ground beef. This is not the brand I get. This is just what I have left. I normally get the U.S. Wellness Meats brand, but I'm just finished off my last package of that. I got to order some more. But I'm gonna have 2 pounds of 75-25 meat a day, along with a keto brick. So I did the 2 pounds in a brick in January, and I had really good results with that. I'm gonna bring that back for the next month and a half or 2 months prior to the wedding, which is the end of April. Because I just feel like I tighten up better. I feel like my performance improves. I feel like I don't have to think about food. We've got a bunch of conferences coming up. I've got a whole bunch of conferences coming up. We're gonna go to Denver this week for Low Carb Denver. I don't have to think about food. I don't have to think about food prep. I just wanna cook 2 pounds of meat and a brick. But that's not all, so hold on for the rest of it. Brick, meat, chef. It's a close-up, baby. Smile for the camera.
No.
Come on, baby. Speaking of bricks, this new flavor, which is quickly becoming my favorite, will be revealed tomorrow. So in tomorrow's vlog, I will let you know what flavor that is and when we're gonna launch it. It's getting close. So on top of the meat and the bricks, one new addition that I'm gonna have every day is I'm gonna have spirulina tablets, which is the energy bits here. I had the founder, Catherine Arnston, I believe is her last name. She's the founder of Energy Bits. She's the CEO. She's the chief researcher. I had her on the podcast the other day. That podcast isn't live yet. I'll let you know when it goes live. But we just had a really good conversation. She dove deep into the science behind algae, of both the spirulina and also the chlorella, which I'm also going to be incorporating in. But I learned a lot, and you know, you have to kind of like, anybody that has a product, even if their intentions are great, you have to really like look at what they're saying and be you know, unbiased and see if what they're saying is factual. But you know, she's got a really pretty good argument for what all algae can do from a benefit standpoint. And I just look at what algae has from a nutrient density standpoint, and it's pretty impressive. So I'm going to be having the spirulina and the chlorella tablets. I believe what she stands for with her company. She was motivated to start the company when her sister, I believe younger sister, got diagnosed with cancer. So she wanted to just find healthy alternatives, make an alkaline diet, yada, yada, yada. Stumbled upon algae, realized how beneficial it was, how cost effective it was to produce. So we went down the rabbit hole on that. Really good podcast. I'll definitely link out to that when it goes live. But I'm gonna have both of those throughout the day. The spirulina tablets are higher in energy. There's no cell wall in these. They absorb quickly and they're good for energy. So I'll have this probably midday after my first meal. And then I'll have the chlorella tablets, which is like a detoxifying algae, later in the day. So I'll have that, and that will basically, you know, one of the arguments or knocks against the meat and bricks is just your depending on where you stand with the whole carnivore vegetation, you know, debate. If you don't have the vegetation, then you're going to be at a deficiency with regard to all the nutrients that vegetables provide. Well, the chlorella and the spirulina pretty much knock any other vegetable out of the water, hands down, no questions asked. So I'm going to incorporate those and be good to go. There's no carbs in them, so I'm good to go there. And that is what I'm going to do from a nutritional standpoint. All right, y'all, so the final and the third and final part of this video is kind of a short video. Just want to kind of like throw at you some things I've been thinking about. So we talked about the nutrition, talked about the algae. Now we're going to talk about the training. So I'm doing the training. This is the gym. By the way, we got new lighting in the gym, and it's way, way better. I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but the new lighting is the bomb diggity. So going to get more gym footage for y'all. Stay tuned for that. But we're going to wake up. I've been waking up around 3 or 4 in the morning. Train at about 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll train for 2 hours, all heavy resistance training. And then after that, we have our meeting, our daily meeting with the crew, the Keto Brick crew, kind of go over the plan for the day. But then after that, I'm gonna go for a run. I'm gonna start running. This week, I'm running 2 miles every single day. Next week, I'm running 3 miles every single day, then 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, 7 miles, 8 miles, 9 miles, 10 miles. I want to get up to the point where I'm running 10 miles every single day, which is a pretty bold goal, but screw it, I'm going to do it anyways. So every single day I'm going to run. Every single week I'm going to increase by 1 mile. This week is all 2 miles. Next week is all 3, so on and so forth until I reach 10. And the motivation behind that is honestly because I was on a podcast today actually, and she was talking about how there's such a negative stigma for runners to not lift weights and for bodybuilders to not run. Like, for me as a bodybuilder, I've always heard my whole life, like, don't run long distances, it'll just eat away all your muscles. But I see a few people that are bodybuilders and are runners, and they look amazing, and something's obviously working for them. And I don't want to limit myself. Like, I don't want to feel like I have to stick to one path because I'm limiting on the others. And I don't, it's hard to truly maximize your potential with one thing if you're distracted. So that is very true. But at the same time, I want to be very capable in other areas of my life, running being one of those. I'm not a runner. I've never really been a runner. I used to run track way back in the day. But I do feel like it's important that I have a great cardiovascular system and that I'm capable of running. Like, at any given point, I feel like you should be able to just get up and run 5 miles because you can. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the heavy training on a regular basis. I'm gonna run every day. I think doing that in tandem with the 2 pounds in a brick, I'll be rock solid. We have a lot going on. Like I said earlier, we have conferences. We just have a lot of moving pieces these next few months before the wedding. But this is going to give me a good solid foundation to work upon, and then it's just going to keep me focused. Like, when everything in your life is going crazy, chaos is upon you, having something that you know is rock solid and that you know you're moving forward on every single day in some form or fashion is the best way to, like, return back to some sense of clarity. So for me, that's always been my training and my nutrition. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep hitting it hard. This will give me an outlet to just really double down on and improve upon. So that's what I've got going on. Looking forward to it. See you tomorrow.